Okay.
Here.
Calling card time. You all set? Then I gotta start getting ready too. Mission begins tomorrow night. Right, let's do this. Let's go. Give me some life will change. That shit is the fucking like hypest. I love it. That night.
In other news, Akira Konoe, founder of Medice, announced a joint project with one-time
I am a little
rival
scared that we're gonna like
Pineapple.
announce ourselves back to the world
Tech heads
unnecessarily
decided
though.
in anticipation at the news, awaiting further details with
Hey, look.
Okay, folks, listen up!
Good evening. Been a while, huh?
Perhaps you remember us.
We are the Phantom Thieves. And we're back in action with a new heart in our sights. A wicked witch who treats people like toys. Alice Hiragi. You pretend you're a ray of light, but all you do is hurt people to indulge your own darkness. You're a bad person, and bad people have to be stopped. And all those desires you stole.
Tonight, we're taking them all back.
Very nice. I like that little smile from the detective man.
Okay, next I'm scheduled at... Oh, it's the manager. Hello?
Oh, this is Matt, Miss Alice. Look at the email I forwarded you.
What in the... Phantom Thieves? Taking my desire? All the desires I've collected? No, you can't! I need those! That's what makes me the monarch! I need those to... Without those, Alright. I'll wait for you. I don't want toys that don't do as they're told. I'll smash you for certain this time.
Let's go. Return of the Photopicon. I hope there's a blast. Okay, yeah. Should be using Phantom Thieves Frenzy all over again. I'm sure Alice got her calling card by now, too.
Come on, come on!
So, all that's left is to wrap this up. Let's head in and finish the job we started. Let's go. Let's go, 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 go!
Let's go.
Right, tonight we take back the stolen desires. Come on, life will change. Ah, it's so hype. It's so nostalgic. Come on, come on. Yes! Yes! Let's go!
Let's go, everyone! Time to change Alice's heart.
All right.
Hell yeah!
Man, it's times like these I know I'm supposed to be a phantom. Look, the chain goes all the way to the top.
Oh, fuck, can we just climb it? That would be awesome.
Perhaps it fell when we opened the lock. Climbing this should give us a straight shot to the birdcage of desires.
Yeah! Let's go! No, you need to show us actually climb it. Oh, that would have been so cool.
Whoa! That is... ginormous! Why is it so big? At least it actually materialized for us. Thank goodness. That is a relief. I was worried our standard palace procedures wouldn't work. All right, Skull. Get to home.
No. Look at the size of that thing.
What do we do now? How do you steal something like that? I admit, I don't know either.
What's keeping it up?
What's that?
Hello.
It's her!
There she is.
Alice.
So, it's a fight after all.
Oh, dear. You thought you'd just sneak in like that. And what exactly do you plan on doing with those desires? Hey, you! Joker, right? Did you come back to me so you could be mine?
I'll just answer her question directly. Hell no.
Oh, what a grown. You should try being nicer to girls.
Ah.
Alice Hiragi! We know all about the horrible horrible things you've done.
You seized people's desires by force and turned them into your puppets.
You toyed with people's emotions and made them mistreat one another. You even opened up stores so you could bilk all the people you brainwashed. We can no longer overlook the wicked changes of heart you forced on the people. The Phantom Thieves are about to beat the distortion out of you. Takamaki-san, you're so beautiful. There's no way you could understand. You have no clue what I've been through.
You mean what happened to you at Shujin?
Where did... How?
We know all of it. How you were bullied, how it was torture for you, but I still...
Oh, okay. You found out. No matter how much I hide it, the past still comes back to me. How pathetic. What a mess. But that doesn't matter now. With this power, I can have everything. Everything I've always wanted. Mine.
Okay.
And now, I'm gonna make you mine. All mine.
It's been a while. Oh my. Look at those little carrot boys.
So this really is Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
I'm late for a very important date. Come along, come along. I have such wonders to show you. What wonders?
The rabbit that like pulls her in for the first time that I don't even fucking remember precisely, but it's like the rabbit, oh yeah, I'm busy for a fucking thing. Oh, he looks at his like watch and he jumps into the hole and pulls her in.
Ignore her, Sophie. She just wants to torture us.
Alice, I'm gonna make you see the light.
Let's go. Okay, weak to fire, eh? You can do that. Fire. Fire and wind.
Arsenic! McCoy! Andres! Slime! Take this!
How would that be any of your business? I'm really upset. Your heart.
You better watch out,
Events being interrupted. Interesting. Now, I haven't really used too many of these because it feels like especially temporarily.
It's yours.
Yeah.
She's tough. See any weaknesses yet, Oracle? One sec. Analyzing. Fire! Turn that storm right off her face! Alice, why are you doing this? You hurt so many people! Huh? I thought everyone's in love with me. What can I do?
I'm going too.
No one who's saying that means it. You're just manipulating them. Oh. You know about all that, huh? You were a bad comic-con. Change whose heart is It's getting weaker. Take her down.
Oh, that's not the one I wanted to use.
It's over!
Okay, I like the one-on-one battles in this system. I really do like this sort of battle.
Part of being like this, I was finally able to find some happiness. You here to take everything I have, just like she did? Just try me. So sick of suffering.
Uh-oh. That's a position.
Something's changed. Stay on guard.
Whoa, holy shit!
Why is she so fast now? Sheesh. It's time you all to school.
Alice, what made you like this.
You've never been become a growing up. I've been doing shit all my life. I had everything. You know what that means. The further up the social ladder, the shittier they want to be. Even if you want
Let's go.
torture, wild, thinking about stuff when they did it together. Hope, trash like that. I'll show you. You're trash too.
I'm going too.
I'll turn you.
Showtime.
And you'll need to stand. I will beat up like all the men.
Persona.
That was a fucking rush. Yeah, I could probably play this on normal. At least for the boss battles. I forget if it lets me change it. Still.
Okay,
This should expand our tactical options.
okay.
Whoa, badass.
Persona learned a new skill.
Fucking just... Oh my goodness. I really like the one-on-one battles.
No! How can I still not be strong enough?
Because I don't... The, like, tons of enemies feels good if you just want, like, sort of like a feeling of, like, a power fantasy. Like, oh, I'm just mowing down enemies, but it's not really nearly as fun. With all the, like, mechanics of Persona thrown in there, like they clearly have. But those mechanics work way better in a one-on-one fight. Like, I'm playing on easy, obviously. So maybe I changed my mind if I was playing like on a more difficult thing and I'd have to pay attention to every little thing, but it makes it feel more... It is a good rendition of it is action combat, I think, right? I actually do feel... It feels good to play in the one-on-ones, I think, in particular, really. Which is my point.
Why can't I change? I'm not the victim anymore.
Enough, Alice. If you keep going, you'll just make yourself feel even worse.
How would you know?
You've both suffered.
I just can't compare to someone like you, Takamaki-san. All my life, I'm no match for the real winners. And I tried so hard to change, but I was still made fun of, still bullied. I just wanted to stop being miserable. I poured my heart into fashion and worked to get so far. But then, she showed up again and started running her mouth about my past. She told everyone what a pathetic little shit I was. That's why I took all of it from her. Her boyfriend, her social circle, everything. And that still wasn't enough for me. It wasn't just her. Everyone that talked behind my back, all the people who just stood there when I was kidding. I'll destroy every single one of them.
Alice. So this is a wound in a heart.
This power lets me get revenge. So
You became the bully, right? You idiot! What good does that do? Now you're just as bad as the people who made you suffer. Is that how you want to live? Like one of those bullies? Didn't you want to be something else? A ray of light for others. And for yourself. Don't give up because of those selfish bastards!
Takamaki-san, you're right. I wanted to rescue them. All the people like me, going through the same thing. But
It is never too late to change. No matter what happens, no matter what has occurred, so long as you're able to take that next step forward, you'll have options ahead of you. There's never an end of the road until that real end of the road, right?
You think so? Takamaki-san, I want to apologize to the people I hurt and start over.
I'm sure you can turn it around. I've been through a lot of the same things, but thanks to my best friend and the Phantom Thieves, I was able to stand up for myself and do the right thing. You're never alone. Once you're back to your real self, let's be friends, okay?
You wanna be... Really?
Uh-huh. I mean, I totally love Alice. We even share the same dream.
Thank you. I'll go back now, where I belong. But this time, I'm gonna be... Oh, this is bad! It's coming down!
Yeah, how are we gonna get those desire? Maybe that'll just take care of itself. That'll work. Wait, does everyone get their own desire back, or are you gonna start flip-flopping desires? That'd actually be pretty funny. Oh my goodness, that wouldn't be great. Sophie down there just like, yay!
That was effing amazing!
Did we just witness the desires returning to their rightful owners?
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. Everyone who got a desire disappeared afterward.
I hope that means their real-life counterparts are returning to normal.
Only one way to find out.
Yes, you're right.
Wait, what the?
What the what?
What is it, Mona-chan? Something's wrong. It's not collapsing.
Oh yeah, I had that thought at like 20 seconds before this too. I was wondering, like, it's a jail. Does it just mean that it's a jail? Is it just gonna be like, I'm suddenly blanking on the name of the giant jail that was the center of all the palace stuff in the previous. Metaverse? No, not Metaverse. That was it in general. Oh, I'm blanking on it. The place where the Holy Grail and like the end game was and all. Oh my goodness, I'm blanking on it so hard. Mementos. It's just basically like Mementos, right? Like a smaller version of Mementos. And she was just the ruler over it, right? Which means someone else could take it over, right? Conceptually. It's not a palace born out of her distortion. It's a ruler over a collective group of the subconscious, right?
But the giant desire blew up! Like... No. Just look around.
Now that you mention it...
Whenever we stole a treasure, we'd have to leave the metaverse entirely, right?
Yeah, we always had to haul ass out of there.
That is most assuredly not happening now. If anything, it's grown eerily quiet.
So if the Monarch is toppled and the desires are all returned, the jail still doesn't collapse? It would appear that palaces are different from this jail after all.
There's a chance we haven't actually resolved the issue yet.
I wonder how Alice will react to this.
Could we find out when we get back to the real world? It'd be nice if she could recall what happened here, but no one shares memories with their shadows.
Think she might talk to Panther?
Huh? Me?
Yeah, you two could really hit it off.
She did say that she loves her.
Yeah. I mean, it was worth going that far for her to come to her senses. Alice really is a one-of-a-kind talent, and her dream is definitely something worth fighting for. I just hope she can remember how that dream first made her feel, so she can bring that feeling to the people who need it.
Well said. I don't want to take anything away from her. This is your moment. I'm just gonna, by nature of not being able to say nothing, I'm gonna say, well said.
I don't know if there's anything I can do to help her, but I at least want to be there for her.
Fascinating.
What's up, Sophie?
Just as the Phantom Thieves predicted, Alice Hiragi appeared to change her logic. This would not be possible had we simply defeated her. How did you predict the outcome?
We didn't really predict it. Being able to change is what makes someone human.
Someone is human because they can change.
The human heart is much more complicated than expected, isn't it? Just when you think you've grown beyond your pain, the smallest thing can bring you all the way back down again.
The human heart is indeed difficult to comprehend. It's filled with mysteries.
Indeed, life is a struggle. You'll never truly get past your hang-ups. You'll often be fighting with them for much of your life, but you'll learn how to cope with them better as you do. And you'll grow stronger from that and be able to better grasp onto the things that truly are important better as with that new strength.
Well, you're pretty high up there on the mystery charts yourself, Sophie, my dear.
No, I'm...
Sophie, humanity's companion, right? We get it.
You got it, Skull.
Well, yeah.
Not bad, Skull.
Do you really get it?
Yay! Phantom Striker increases damage when performing a phantom. Oh, okay.
Well, what do you say we head back now? I'd like to check on the real world, Alice.
Yeah, let's get going.
Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I hope she's doing well. I'm not sure, like, she didn't do anything illegal to, like, come out and confess about. And we didn't make a big deal about us stealing her heart. So what is she even gonna do? And
Hey! Ann was very angry with Shadow Alice earlier. By the end, though, she appeared happy. Why is that? Wasn't she angry at Alice?
well, yeah, both of these are right, yeah. They understood each other is the ultimate element of it. She was angry at her, and they were able to come to an understanding. Which is what made her happy.
Okay. Anger is not just for hurting people. It is also able to save people.
Be careful with that line of logic, Sophie. Be very careful with that line of logic. It depends. It's very situational.
Consider. Anger saved Alice. If someone is in the wrong, anger can be used to show them the error of their ways. The human heart is such a mystery.
Would it be better to explain in evolutionary terms, where it's basically a feedback mechanism for other humans to show another human that they're doing something wrong? Right? In the same way, pain is a feedback mechanism to tell your body that you're doing something wrong and you shouldn't be doing it? Does that help?
But thanks to you, I've gained valuable experience. Thank you. I hope to learn more from you.
Yeah. Glad to work together, right? She's a bit odd still. I think the Emma part of it is the biggest question. I assume she's basically an AI that was like maybe too sentient and was thrown away into the jail. And then Emma was the less like advanced version that was deemed okay to actually use publicly.
And now for the hottest meet and greet. Alice Hiragi has returned as our special guest. Miss Alice, thank you so much for coming on today, despite the last visit's conclusion. From what I hear, there's something you wish to share?
Yes. I need to confess something. The incident that occurred with the previous hosts. That was all my fault. I forced him to proclaim his love for me during a live broadcast. When I heard he was engaged to his co-host, I just wanted to ruin their relationship.
Miss Alice.
And they're not the only ones. Anytime I see a happy woman, I just get so jealous. I do whatever it takes to ruin their lives.
Is this a prank or something?
All of my past managers tried so hard to stop me. But then I'd lash out at them too, and I'd assault them until they backed down. The only reason I've changed managers is because my last one had a total breakdown.
Wait, is this real?
Everything I've said here is the truth. I'm sure all of it is easy enough to prove now. I've lied, and it hurt so many people. And I'm just so sorry for it all.
Is this the Phantom Thieves?
I'm the one who did it all. No one but me did these horrible things. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Cut! Cut! Right now! Come to standby!
Alice.
This is gonna blow way up. That news lady even name-checked the Phantom Thieves.
Yeah, you know, I forgot about the fact that she, like, legitimately has assaulted people and, like, all that sort of stuff. She has done enough, like, bad stuff she could face jail time from it. It's gonna be really hard to achieve her dream with this being super public. I'm not saying she shouldn't. I'm just saying she also, like, legitimately changed via that. And would be better from now on. So part of the point of punishment and all that stuff is rehabilitation. So maybe now that she sincerely is changing herself, other people won't necessarily be as forgiving. Remember her whole motivation, right? It's a tricky situation. I won't deny that. Very clearly.
Well, whatever may come, at least our job's done. Right. We may have gone through something quite different from a palace. There's no mistaking Alice had a change of heart.
The people with the stolen desires seem to be normal again, too. It's all over the internet.
My son was about to blow our savings on Alice merch, but the Phantom Thieves rescued him. Thank you, Phantom Thieves.
I'm just seeing a lot of I want my money back. Well, we sure can't help him there.
I'm not sure everyone's actually a victim here.
Nevertheless, mission complete.
I wonder what'll happen to Alice next.
It's probably next to impossible for her to make it in the industry now. Her scandal is big news.
No matter why she did it, there are still consequences for her actions.
But if Alice really can find that feeling she had when she first discovered fashion, I think she'll be okay. She can still be a ray of light for others, even if she has to find another way to shine.
That reminds me, we should still try to press her for info. She might know something that we still don't. But do we actually have a chance of meeting her now? I imagine her day-to-day life's become quite the mess.
Jeez, that's a good point. Her agency isn't going to want anything to do with her.
An enlightening conversation as always in here.
Hi.
What's up? How's it hanging, folks?
Aw, you again, Gramps?
Hey, I won't deny I'm older than you guys, but that still stings, you know?
How old
But more importantly, you guys really hop to work when your minds are set, don't you?
Yeah. I see your little smirk there. How old do we think he is? By real-world logic, I'm gonna say mid-40s. By anime logic, probably late 20s. You know, given the Gramps moniker and the fact that he doesn't look that old.
To what are you referring?
Don't play stupid. I gave you solid intel, yeah?
Yes, but that's...
Well, that's good news. Looks like I'll be getting my own in return.
Your own what?
I came here today for your response to my offer. You know, the deal.
We already told you we don't work with cops.
And what if I tossed in a little bonus? Such as running some questions by Alice for you. You were just saying you wanted info from her, right?
That's accurate.
But Alice already confessed to messing with people on live TV. Our names have been cleared.
Yeah, what she said. We don't need you for shit.
If only that were true.
What do you mean by that? How is this case not closed?
Oh, it is far from closed. This change of heart epidemic is happening all over the country.
Interesting.
And we know they can't all be Alice's victims. Therefore, you still have plenty to get pinned on you, don't you?
Oh, if it was just like Mementos in a general it has to be a different phenomenon, even if it's the same sort of like logic to it. A different source. I mean, it has to be a different source, obviously, because it's popping up and it's happening now. Also, can't we just tell them we can only do things locally? So if you're going to try to blame us for things in places that we've never been to in any way or form, then no thank you.
Not only that, you already know how badly you've stirred the pot. That little calling card stunt's fired up the public more than ever. These change of heart cases have to be the Phantom Thieves. It's the only thing I hear down at the station now. Do you really not realize how dangerous a position you're in right now?
What bullshit! What the hell did we do?
Calm down. Why do you think I offered you that deal? If I wanted to, I could cuff you and take you in right now. The reason I'm not is because I believe you are not the culprit. To catch the true perpetrator, I need your help.
I don't think there's a true perpetrator. I think it's just another phenomenon happening that happens to be able to catch on to enough people. Like, I guess the question becomes, how long has this been happening too, which Alice might be able to help with.
As in the person controlling Alice behind the scenes.
You assume...
The MO in this recent epidemic doesn't mesh with the Phantom Thieves' ideology. The motives also appear very different.
Ooh, all the more reason to not think it's us. Fantastic. That said, the fact that you even told us that it's happening, it sounds like... Are we going to go on a road trip? Weren't we going to go on a road trip anyways? Ooh, that could be fun. Actually, wasn't like the original story for Persona 5, from my understanding, was based around the idea of having basically a giant like road trip like around the world, specifically not like around Japan, but like around the world, and that's where places like the Pyramid Palace were originally conceived, making all the different like palaces much more locally relevant, that sort of thing. I wonder if that was the inspiration. Are we going to go on a road trip? It feels like we're going to go on a road trip based on what he said, unless someone takes over this palace. They did just set up a plot thread that it could just be this jail gets taken over by another one. Then again, at that point, I think like they wouldn't just use one jail for the entire game, right? This isn't Persona 3.
These are two separate cases. At least, that's what I believe.
I don't believe there's a perpetrator. Well,
may we have a moment to ourselves? We'd like to discuss it first.
I do not I think he wants to have someone to blame, and while there probably is at least some supernatural thing that's causing the source of this, I wouldn't necessarily think that it is something controlling anyone in that regards. I guess thinking back, let's see, Persona 3, it was basically a force of nature. It wasn't any like malevolent will. Persona 4, it was technically a supernatural entity trying to not necessarily control stuff, but created the phenomenon, but then and also put some pieces into play to put things into motion. And Persona 5 was also that, I guess. Something with a will and intent and a plan, and put pieces in play in order to put out a plan in motion.
Sure, I'll be right outside. Just holler when you're ready for me.
Now this is unexpected. We assumed Alice's confession would clear our names.
Damn it. So they really weren't just trolling.
So, and I guess Persona 1, I don't really remember well enough to know if there was like a supernatural... Because I think Persona 1 had to do with like... It basically just explored the subconscious and like the... It was like from a person's intent, but it was more like an individual person's distortions, right? Persona 2 definitely had fucking people behind the scenes. That was like Nyarlathotep, I think his name was, or something like that, and what's his face with like the half butterfly mask? I don't even remember. Phil something, I thought. Fuck, it's been so long.
What is it?
When I was searching the web, I noticed some people saying weird stuff was happening here and there, similar to what we've seen so far. Almost none of them made the news, and it seems like everyone's just trying to ignore it.
What Gramps is saying is probably not bullshit after all.
What should we do? If they decide to scapegoat us, we'll never be able to clear our names.
They're not even changing hearts for the same reasons as us. If there really are other brainwashing incidents out there, that would mean there are more jails. Do you think there could be more monarchs out there too?
And what would we do? Considering what we've gathered, going along with that man could be a viable option.
Are we seriously gonna trust that dude?
What other choice do we have? At the very least, his intel about Alice was useful.
What do you say?
Not much of a choice here, right?
You're right. All we can do now is accept his deal.
No, wait. Even if we do level with him, how would we explain it? If he's going to understand what we've been doing, he'll have to learn about the metaverse. Do you think he'll even believe us?
We have no choice but to make him believe. Otherwise, it's our leader on the line.
But the metaverse, the jail, how do you think we're gonna get some thick-headed cop to buy that?
It seems our only choice is to take him to the jail.
Yeah, that works.
Wait, really?
Should be safer now.
Mako-chan!
Should be a lot safer now.
Can you think of any other way for him to avoid getting arrested? We have one playable card in our hand. We just have to go along with it for the time being.
I mean, it should still be a lot safer now, right? It's a pretty good plan. It's a good idea. I think we should go along with it. Oh, that is a really long delay on the auto for these.
All right, we'll do it. It's not like we have any alternative.
Let's hope it's not our undoing.
Ah, shit. We gotta stay prepared for the worst case.
I'll call him back in. Come on back. We're ready for you.
Huh, that was quicker than I expected. So, what say you all?
There's a place we need to show you. Follow us.
Yeah.
I see. A jail full of shadows. With a monarch seizing desires, was it? All right. What say we go get you tested for drugs now? If you're gonna cook up some fantasy to sell me, maybe try a little less spice next time?
Just save it for now. We're about to take you into the cognitive world.
Cognitive world?
I mean, does that mean if he thinks it's drugs, does that think we're about to spike him? Here, take this drink. This is how you get into the cognitive world.
Follow us.
Huh? Where to exactly?
Yep.
So, are you gonna answer me, or... What? What is... This... isn't real.
Everything here is real. Every last bit you can see.
Whoa. What happened? What are those outfits for?
Yep, just about what I expected.
This is our Phantom Thief attire.
What even is this? Where am I?
Questions. This is a jail. You are currently located within a jail.
Wait, who are you?
I am Sophie, humanity's companion. Nice to meet you.
I like Sophie.
Oh, nice to... What?
Chill out, Zenkichi. You've got to keep yourself together.
Yeah, right. I can't be losing my shit, like...
Yeah, Sophie, I really do like Sophie's addition to the Phantom Thieves. She fits in well, despite being like a very different, like, feeling concept at the same time.
Monster cat!
Oh, yeah.
I am not a monster cat. I am Morgana.
Right. Indeed, Morgana's just a cat. A normal cat.
Do you finally believe we've been telling you the truth?
The hell? How much did I drink last night? This just has to be a dream. I'm still passed out.
You holding up there, Gramps?
No need to worry. He's merely having a meltdown.
That still sounds rather worrisome.
Looks like we blew his mind.
Oh, brother. I suppose we may as well head back now.
How did this... What's happened to me? Did I drive myself crazy trying to crack this case?
It's pretty fun watching him lose it.
His brain probably overloaded and he can't catch up.
Why'd we even bother explaining it all beforehand?
We all reacted similarly during our first time. Ah, such innocence.
Get a hold of yourself, Gramps.
Sheesh. How long do you need to get it together? Come on, Earth to Zenkichi.
Huh? Oh, right. Right. Get it together. This cat said my name! Wait, are you that monster cat from that place? It's the monster cat!
I'm not a monster or a cat. Told you I am Morgana.
Since you're cognizant of Morgana speaking in the metaverse, you can understand him here now, too.
Cats can talk if I'm cognizant of it? That's really something.
I think he's going to need a little more time to process all of this.
First off, sorry for losing my cool like that.
Okay, now what needs to happen is he needs to interpret himself as losing his cool as just that entire experience and just throw it out the window, say like, that didn't happen. That was just me going crazy. I'm now calm. I am normal. Everything's normal. We're still normal.
I think I get what's going on, though. Actually, none of it makes any sense to me. But I'm going to strive to understand.
If we're going to make a deal, then that will make us conspirators. Conspirators have to vow never to betray one another's trust.
So, you already know how all this works. All right. Your trust is repaid with mine. Help me figure out this nationwide change of heart business, and I'll make sure you're all protected. As long as you cooperate, I won't allow the police to lay a finger on you. That's my vow.
Get along with the talking cat.
Oh, man. So he's really real, huh?
Sorry, that was a little bit more of a slight at Morgana than anything by saying cat.
In that case, I'm going to cut right down to it and ask for your help with a similar incident. PubSec has their eyes on Sapporo right now because of all the change of heart cases there. I need you in Sapporo Central City by August 8th.
Why does it need to be the 8th?
Our suspect's out of the country on a business trip until then. We're kicking off the investigation within the hour of their arrival back home.
I see. Very well.
So it's likely this suspect in Sapporo is another monarch, like Alice.
That could be. If so, then I'd have to ask you guys to handle it.
So, we're heading to Sapporo Central in Hokkaido, huh? This'll be quite the little trip for us.
Word of caution? You'll definitely want to avoid any sort of public transportation. You're going to want to either drive or hoof it.
Why is that?
You revived the Phantom Thieves to deal with Alice. Any potential monarch will have heard about it. The way they see it, you're a real problem. Especially if you go after their own desires.
They're definitely all on high alert now. They may even try to get rid of us.
There's no way to know who's brainwashed until after they act. What if one of them was the pilot of your plane?
But if we can't fly, how do we get to Sapporo?
Find a car you can use. That'd be safest.
You're not gonna set us up with one?
Sorry, but I've got to keep this investigation top secret. Any aid would just leave a trail back to this deal of ours.
Okay, then no promises we're gonna make it in time then. Oh my goodness.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't worry about the Alice thing. I'll fill you in once I'm done grilling her. Well, here's to a solved case.
Same here, Zenkichi.
Right. Sorry I called you a monster cat, kitty.
Oh, you'll be sorry.
Get along with the talking cat.
Okay. You didn't go crazy. This is real, Zenkichi.
Give or take, real. So there's the van. Okay, so it is gonna be road trip.
an effing buzzkill.
Because I guess part of the reason I was thinking that is because there's like that van that I thought was like from the ending of the Persona 5, right? That's like on the title screen stuff. So yeah, we're gonna find that somewhere.
I mean, Hokkaido? Really? There goes our vacation down the drain.
Ain't this stuff happening all over Japan anyways? Even if we do solve this one, we're just gonna get sent off to some other city.
A traveling venture in cooperation with public security. I admit it doesn't sound all bad. We should stop by Kyoto as well.
Find that silver lining, Inari.
I mean,
This trip isn't for our enjoyment. The case will still be our primary objective.
we could also have fun. We have like a week till we need to be anywhere, right? How long does it take for us to drive there? Japan's not that big. Yeah, Japan is pretty big. Japan's not that big, right? We could probably get there and still have a couple of days to just like fuck around, right?
But it's still summer vacation. Can't we have just a little fun?
Yeah, the 8th is way off from now. We can still do all kinds of shit before then.
Oh, I'd like to experience some regional cuisines.
Yeah, sushi for me.
Phantom road trip time. Hell yeah. No, I'm not going to say business. This is road trip time.
Oh dear. We can cut loose after the case is closed.
Also before.
That being said, we should go over some things before we move on to the trip. First up is Emma. It seems like an ordinary app at first, but now we know that it has a hidden function that can access jails.
Right? Like the metanav, which is, was there a source for the metanav? Was it specifically what's-his-face, the Elder Barada, whatever, at the end of Persona 5? The guy that was masquerading as Igor? Or was that something that, Shido, the politician guy, like, developed? I'm trying to remember. It's been so long. Like, I know we personally got it from, fake Igor. But I don't know if that was, like, the original source of it.
Yeah, totally the same thing.
To think something like that is being used nationwide, it sends a chill down my spine.
The app itself is fine though, right? I mean, you can just delete it if you want. Plus, all the keyword and friend list functions work fine. If the app just let everybody slip into jails, wouldn't the whole country basically be pure chaos already?
We've all registered as friends on it, but that didn't do anything strange in and of itself.
Where did this app come from, anyway?
It's run by a Japanese company called Medice. They're an international IT firm. We're talking tens of thousands of employees.
That's quite the large-scale operation. With those numbers,
Wait.
they have to be a top-tier international enterprise.
An international IT firm developed this? That's weird unto itself. You mean like, I guess maybe it's a software development, not like a IT firm by itself, but like an IT tool development term? IT tool development firm.
So is this some evil mega corporation making jails or something?
But we can't use Emma the same way Alice did.
Well, maybe that's because we all got pure hearts, or something.
Moron.
There's a possibility that Alice had a special version of Emma.
What makes you say that?
Just an idea. I'm grasping at straws over here.
But it is a possibility.
If I got a hold of Alice's phone somehow, I should be able to see if her version of Emma is anything special.
Really? We should ask Inspector Hasagawa if he could confiscate it for us. I'll reach out to him later over it.
Alright, next topic. The jail. Each palace collapsed after the treasure inside was stolen. But the jail is still in Shibuya. Not only that, but the palaces are the manifestations of their rulers' cognitions. But that's not true at all in jails. Humans can have their desires seized from their shadows there.
And that would cause terrible things to occur to them in the real world.
When you put it all together like that, don't it sound even worse than the palaces?
If these other bizarre incidents across Japan are genuine changes of heart, that means there are probably more jails out there.
There could be quite a few of them, considering how impossible it is to report on every incident.
It is interesting. when he said like worse than the palaces, like the palaces by themselves were pretty benign. They were just a means to an end, right? For changing hearts. They themselves were not really that dangerous unto themselves. They were just a manifestation of that distortion that allowed them to break off from mementos and create their own place. It wasn't where other people's shadows were or anything. It wasn't affecting other people. It was just their distorted a reflection of their distortion. But the jails, and that's why I think like it's like mementos, not like the palaces, where it's a combination of many different shadows, basically, right? And that's why it sticks around afterwards. You can have a ruler of a jail, but the jail doesn't need to be born from that ruler, right?
So, we're working with the police to try and clear our names, but is that really enough?
How do you mean?
If the jails are as dangerous as we've seen, then wouldn't it be bad to just leave them alone if stuff as awful as what happened in Shibuya is happening all over? Aren't we the only ones who can stop it?
That's right. You're absolutely right.
Yes, it's our job to save people suffering helplessly.
And give people courage.
Yep. Is that how it works? Good to remember.
Dude, how could you forget? That's the Phantom
I'm
Thief
joking.
Great speech, Lady On. You've got us all
I'm
fired up.
joking.
If that's the plan, maybe traveling by car will actually work to our advantage.
Right. We might find some more jails on the way to Sapporo.
That works for me. A little bit of a jailbreak spree along the way.
But how do we actually find the other jails?
So
Yes?
So we first got into one by like friending Alice, right? Is that the key? I wonder if that's the key to it. It isn't necessarily using the app, it's being connected to them via the app, via the web of friends and stuff like that. Maybe that's what it is. It gives access and then pulls you in as a result of that.
It'll only take us about 1,000,000 years.
I believe it may be time for the Sophia show.
Ooh, check the super AI.
I can detect any jails in the vicinity by scent.
For real?
Sense?
By scent?
A jail emits a distinct signature. When I enter a jail's range, I can sense it.
Sophia, that is nuts!
Praise accepted.
And would also... Very, very cute. And would also make sense if... So Sophia's connected to the Emma stuff, and the Emma stuff is the nature of what's making the jails possible. It would make sense if they're connected, right? I assume we're eventually gonna find our way in that the vicinity of that place, whatever it was called.
There is still much we do not understand. But at least we now have a course of action.
Yeah, this is gonna be...
A great time with you guys.
You're right. We deserve to enjoy ourselves along the way.
All that's left is to secure our transportation.
If this is going to fit all of us, won't it have to be pretty big?
We'll just have to rent something. Oh, who knows what it'll cost us.
Money is no object to us. The prize funds for my most recent contest entry have finally come.
Oh, keep your snack money to yourself.
Well, we could a deal with someone in the police. Maybe they'll help pay for our investigation. Nah, no way.
Some pretty big transportation. I'm getting this feeling that Sojiro mentioned something along those lines once. Let's go ask him.
Can we have a car?
A ride that could fit all of you.
Weren't you talking to someone about big transportation or something the other day?
Oh, you mean the guy I know with the camper? Yeah, he was whining about never having the time to use it, and how it's just collecting dust.
Sojiro, that's it! Please go borrow that camper for us, please.
Does this have anything to do with what you guys are getting blamed for?
Maybe, possibly, kind of, possibly, maybe. Also, Futaba may not be home for a while. We might be out of town for a little bit. I feel like we should tell, our parents and Sojiro and all those people.
Yes?
Then I guess I don't have a choice. I'll give him a call. Sit tight till tomorrow.
Yeah, now there's our chief. So considerate.
But listen up. No getting too wild out there, all right? And are you all set with travel funds and whatnot?
Yes, we'd all been saving up for summer vacation.
Once art drove me to rags, but now it has propelled me to riches.
Yeah, we gotcha.
Is he gonna be poor again by tomorrow? I don't like rich Yusuke. He also probably only has like $20 or something. Give or take.
A camper? This is turning into some kind of coming-of-age flick. Wait, are you guys and girls actually gonna sleep in that thing together?
No worries. The boys are all sleeping on the roof.
Wait, what?
And we've got Makoto and her Fist of Justice with us if someone tries anything funny.
Oh, and I'm very handy with an axe.
Yeah.
See, we're fine. We'll be fine. We're definitely gonna be fine. We're good.
These sisters are really doing it for themselves. Fine, whatever you gotta do.
So, about what I asked for.
Ah, right. Alice's phone. Here you go.
Nice scores, Enkichi!
Hey, that's important evidence. No breaking it. Got that?
So, how was Alice anyway?
She was pretty upfront about the whole heart-changing situation. When people registered her as a friend on Emma, she noticed they'd suddenly grow obedient to her. At first, she was just curious what was going on. But she says she got such a thrill from making people do her bidding, she couldn't stop herself.
It began with the friend registration.
Was there anything else?
The only other thing she did was apologize. That's all we got. But it does seem like she was telling me the truth.
So she didn't actually know anything about the jails or desires.
Well, I have to say, I wouldn't have bought one bit of it if you hadn't shown me what you did.
Hmm? What in the hell?
What is it? Did you find something?
I thought I'd find some unique aspect to Alice's version of Emma. But nope. This is just the standard commercial version. It hasn't even been tampered with.
So we got nothing out of this?
I didn't say that. I did find traces of some snooping in her phone.
What do you mean?
Someone was monitoring Alice's activity, either her smartphone usage in general or her Emma usage specifically.
So, like...
We probably should rule that out right away. I don't expect it, but still.
Oh, we wish. I'm gonna teach them all about this stuff for future cases.
If it wasn't public security, does that mean there's still someone out there involved with this incident?
Do you see anything revealing the Monitor's origins?
Somewhere within the country. That's all I get from this.
Getting even that's quite the feat. You're real good, kid.
So, I mean, it's probably someone from that company that makes Emma. If we're gonna have a source of everything, it's probably gonna be someone from that company that makes Emma. And all that sort of stuff. And if it's hers isn't unique in any particular way, then that does imply that the nature of the jail's working has more to do with the connections, right? The friending. Maybe it's just because she was the Monarch, she was able to pull people in via that connection. And maybe she was made the Monarch through some other method that had very little to do with actually the Emma app unto itself.
Never underestimate the techie of the Phantom Thieves.
So someone was tracking Alice. Who could it be?
One thing at a time. This isn't our only case to work. I'm sure we'll find more leads as we investigate the incidents. Well, I'll see you August 8th at Sapporo Central. Don't be late, got it? I'll reach out to you that day with the meetup location. Time to return this phone to its rightful owner.
So Alice could put people in her jail because she was a monarch, Is that about right?
Since it didn't seem to be her version of Emma's doing, that seems correct.
I get where you're coming from, but we still shouldn't jump to conclusions. Like Zenki-ji said, there's still plenty to look into.
That's true. If we don't know enough about what's happening, we should gather more intel.
Hey, you guys still together? Then come on outside. Check out your wheels.
Soldier's like the cool uncle, cool dad sort of guy, so.
Yo.
I am not surprised that he's all so okay with this.
Whoa!
3 times more badass than I was expecting. How many beds does it have?
Beautiful.
It's retro design. So simple yet so elegant. Also, like, probably just old.
Thanks!
Thanks, Sochiro. We'll do our best not to crash it.
Come on.
Hey, don't go jinxing yourselves. I found the make and model. Sorry, I keep expecting them to talk. So much of this voice. This is a Vogan Retro Life. It has 4 beds and a rooftop tent. Oh, so we can. Oh, that's pretty good. There are enough power outlets for everyone, as well as for cooking appliances for any culinary needs. Oh, cool. We couldn't have asked for anything better. That's our chief for you. Awesome. Okay, that actually turns out really well. I love the interior too, but it's also like really small for 4 people. Yes, it reminds me of American diners in the 1950s. I hope I can actually drive something this big. Do you need like a special license to do that? Some places, the bigger it is, like you'll need like specific license. Oh, it's got its little quirks, but I'm sure you'll get used to them quick enough. Till then, though, make sure you drive carefully, okay? Well, just can't really park this here, can I? Yeah, I'll go move it to the nearest lot. You go finish your packing.
That's true.
All right, let's disband for now and regroup once we're ready to roll out.
Hey.
Good job getting packed up for the trip. Anything else you think you'll need? Better get it. Go buy it now. Once we're all set, say your goodbyes to the Chief before heading out. Got it. Yo, dude. There's somewhere I want to go before we head out. You should check it out too. I'll wait for you outside, so just let me know when you're ready. That feels like a thing to wait on next time to do, and hope I don't forget by the time we record next time. I will save. I will also save. I need to save. I need to save this time. I'm definitely saving this time. Oh my goodness. Okay, well that's probably a good place to end it. It's actually probably a good place to end this first section. I'm probably going to go ahead and edit it and put it together and then throw it up when I'm done editing, just like I have with everything else that I've been doing on the channel lately. So when I do that, I'll do that, and when I play this next, I'll play it next. So, till then, especially if you're driving a big-ass camper, which you're not really equipped to drive safely, everyone.